Hello at magandang araw mga kasangga. Isa na namang araw ng talakayan ang hatid ko sa inyo. Welcome here in Subcyclopedia. If hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, mag-subscribe ka na and click the notification bell for you to be notified for the updates and new uploaded videos. Good day everyone, welcome again here in our class. Welcome to Core 13, Understanding Culture, Society, and Politics. And we are now to discuss about our Day 12. Our Day 12 will focus on human dignity, rights, and the common good. And to start with, when we talk about common good, it is the sum total of social conditions which allow people, either as groups or as individuals, to reach their full fulfillment or more fully and more easily. It is the greatest possible good for the greatest possible number of individuals. The common good concerns the life of all, and the common good of the whole human family requires that all societies work together for a just world where all persons made in the image and the likeness of God are able to reach their human fulfillment. In line with the common good, we have to discuss the UDHR, or the Universal Declaration of the Human Rights. But before we discuss that, let's define first the two terms here. We have human dignity and human rights. Human dignity, all human beings are born free and equal, and this is included in the Article 1 of the UDHR, the dignity and rights. Therefore, all humans are entitled to having rights regardless of skin color, the age, height, race, and etc. Inviolable, and it must be respected and protected. The dignity of the human person is not only a fundamental right in itself, but constitutes the basis of fundamental rights in international law. Okay? Next is we have the human rights. It inherent to all human beings, whatever our nationality or place of residence, the sex, the national or ethnic origin, the color, religion, language, or any other status. We are all equally entitled to our human rights without discrimination. And these rights are all interrelated, interdependent, and indivisible. In human rights, as to being part of the modern world, respecting human rights is an important factor for common good, and we should realize that whenever our human rights are protected, so is our human dignity. And to start with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we have to discuss what is all about UDHR. It is an international document that states the basic rights and fundamental freedoms of every individual. Next is the Universal Declaration, which was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on December 10, 1948, has 30 articles. And it was urged to approve by the first American delegate of UN, Eleanor Roosevelt. It embraces civil and political rights like the right to life, liberty, free speech and privacy, as well as economic, social, and cultural rights. So what are the articles of the UDHR? Let's start first with Article 1, or the right to equality. What is all about Article 1? The right of equality. Article 1 focuses on the inherent dignity and equal rights of all human beings, and it establishes that all individuals are born free and equal in dignity and rights, regardless of race, color, sex, language, religion, political, or other opinion, national or social origin man yan, property, birth, or other status. And this article forms the foundation of the UDHR. It emphasizes the universality and the indivisibility of the human rights. So it is important article because this is the basis of our UDHR, the right to equality. Next is we have Article 2, the freedom from discrimination. So what is all about discrimination or freedom of discrimination or freedom from discrimination? It prohibits discrimination in the enjoyment of human rights, regardless of any distinction, such as your race, color, sex, language, the property, the birth of or other status, and it mandates that everyone is entitled to the rights and freedoms set forth in the UDHR without discrimination of any kind. Next is we have Article 3, the right to life, liberty, and personal security. So what is all about Article 3? Article 3 of the UDHR emphasizes the fundamental rights to life, liberty, and security of a person. It asserts that everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person, ensuring protection from arbitrary deprivation of life or freedom. Next is we have the freedom from slavery. Okay? Article 4 prohibits slavery and the slave trade in all their forms. It states that no one shall be held in slavery or servitude, and slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Next is we have the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 5, freedom from torture and degrading treatment. So what is all about this article? This Article 5 affirms the right to freedom from torture or cruel, or inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. It prohibits torture and any form of cruel, degrading treatment or punishment under any circumstances. Number 6, we have the right to recognition to a person before the law. Anong ibig sabihin nito? It declares the right to recognition as a person before the law. Okay, it ensures that everyone is entitled to recognition everywhere as a person before the law, and without any distinction of any kind, such as race, your color, language, religion, political, or other opinion, property, birth, or other status. Next, number 7 is right to equality before the law. What is all about number 7 or Article 7? It guarantees equality before the law and equal protection of the law without any discrimination. Okay? It emphasizes that all are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. Okay? Yan. Ikaw man ay mahirap, ikaw man ay mayaman, you are protected by the law. Right to remedy by capable judges. This is Article 8, and it ensures the right to an effective remedy by competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted by the Constitution or by laws. It guarantees access to justice and redress for violations of human rights through fair and impartial legal processes. Next is we have Article 9, freedom from arbitrary arrest and judgment. Okay? Okay lang ba na ikaw ay ipakulong agad-agad? Masasagot yan ng ating Article 9. Freedom from arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Article 9 protects individuals from arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile, and stipulates that no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile, and emphasizes the right to due process and a fair trial. So kapag wala pang warrant of arrest, hindi ka pwedeng arestuhin ng mga tao. Okay? And if wala pang, for example, sa court, pag wala pang fair trial, hindi ka pwedeng ikulong ng mga taong yan. Next, number 10, right to fair public hearing. Ayan. Article 10 focuses naman to right to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of one's rights and obligations. And it underscores the importance of fair and transparent legal proceedings in safeguarding individual rights and ensuring justice for all. Next, number 11, right to be considered innocent until proven guilty. What is all about that? It upholds the principle of the presumption of innocence, and it states that every charge or everyone charged with a penal offense has the right to be presumed innocent until it proves guilty according to law in a public trial at which they have had all the guarantees necessary for defense. Next, number 12, the freedom from interference with privacy, family, home, and correspondence. What is all about Article 12? It recognizes the right to privacy. Okay, your phones, your laptops, everything that you own. Okay, you have the right to privacy. It asserts that no one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with their privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon their honor and reputation. Everyone has the right to the protection and the law against such interference or attacks. Next, number 13 is right to free movement. Anong ibig sabihin yan? It establishes the right to freedom of movement. Okay? It asserts that everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state, as well as the right to leave any country, including their own, and to return to their country. There is free right to free movement. Okay? Hindi ka pwedeng pagbawalan sa kung anong gusto mong gawin. Okay? But, syempre, lahat ng bagay ay may limitasyon. Okay? Walang namang absolute sa batas. Okay? Everything has its own limitation. Next, number 14, right to protection in another country. Okay? It affirms the right to seek and enjoy asylum from persecution. Okay? It recognizes that everyone has the right to seek and to enjoy in other countries. Okay? And it focuses on the right may not be invoked in the case of prosecutions genuinely arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purposes and principles of the UN or the United Nations. Next is we have the right to nationality and the freedom to change it. Okay, may karapatan ka ba? Mayroon ka bang right? Yes. Article 15 nasasabi dyan that it recognizes the right to a nationality. And it states that everyone has the right to a nationality and that no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of their nationality nor denied the right to change their nationality. Okay? Next, we have Article 16, the right to marriage and family. Okay? Article 16 acknowledges the right to marriage and family, and it asserts that men and women of full age, without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion, have the right to marry and to found a family. And they are entitled to equal rights as to marriage, during marriage, and its dissolution. Next, Article 17 is right to own a property. It affirms that this article, the right to own property, states that everyone has the right to own a property as long as in association with others, and that no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of their property. Next is we have freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. This is correct. We have the right, Article 18, the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. It guarantees the freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. And it asserts that everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, including freedom to change their religion or belief. Okay? Next, number 19, freedom of opinion and information. Ano ibig sabihin yan? It recognizes the freedom of opinion and expression. Okay? Mag-post ka sa social media just to express kung ano nararamdaman. Just okay lang naman. Okay? But then again, we are all responsible in all our actions, and everything has its own limitation. Okay? Even our laws, even the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, merong hangganan yan. Okay? It states that everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression, including the freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Number 20, Article 20, the right to peaceful assembly and association. It guarantees the right to peaceful assembly and association. It asserts that everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association, and that no one may be compelled to belong to an association. 21, right to participate in government and election. Of course, this is suffrage. It recognizes the right of everyone to participate in the government of their country as long as ay qualified ka or registered ka as voter. Directly or through freely chosen representative, it emphasizes that the will of the people shall be the basis of the authority of government and shall be expressed in periodic and genuine elections. 22, right to social security. Okay, it asserts the right to social security, including to realization through national effort and international cooperation, and in accordance with the organization and resources of each state. Okay? Next, Article 23, the right to desirable work and to join trade unions. Okay? It talks about related to work, including the right to work, to free choice of employment, and to just and favorable conditions of work, and the right to equal work without discrimination, and the right to form and join trade unions. Next is we have Article 24, the right to rest and leisure. Okay, what is all about? Article 24, it recognizes the right to rest and leisure, and including reasonable limitation and working hours and periodic holidays with pay. Okay? Next, 25, right to adequate living standard. Okay, it declares the right to a standard living or standard of living adequate for health and well-being, including food, clothing, and housing, medical care, and necessary social services. It emphasizes the duty of the states to ensure that realization of this right through national and international cooperation. Next, 26, right to education. And it talks about the right to education. It states that everyone has the right to education. Okay? And number 7 or 27, the right to participate in the cultural life of community. What is all about that? It recognizes the right of everyone to freely participate in the cultural life of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancement and its benefits. Next, 28, right to social order. What is all about Article 28? It asserts the right to a social and international order in which the rights and freedoms set forth in the UDHR can be fully realized. Okay? Next is we have Article 29, responsibilities to the community. Okay? Ano yung duties to the community? It states that everyone has duties to the community in which alone and free and full development of their personality if possible. Okay? And the last article of the UDHR is the freedom from interference in these human rights. And it affirms that no provision of the UDHR shall be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person any right to engage in any activity or to form or perform any act aimed at the destruction of any of the rights and freedoms set forth in the Declaration. Okay? And knowing these articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights must be informed as, and it focuses on the different articles wherein In conclusion, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or the UDHR, embodies fundamental principles that aim at promoting and protecting the rights and dignity of every individual. Okay, and by understanding and upholding each of its articles, we will contribute to the creation of a world where justice, freedom, and respect for human rights prevail. And let us continue to advocate for the implementation of these rights and work towards a more just and equitable society for all. That's all for today. If you have any questions on our topic for today, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for your participation and see you on our next video discussion. Bye.